I heard that our teammate Kim Namuk is playing game in PC room. So I came here to bring him to the group meeting. Hey, hey,
Oh,
hey!
oh,
What are you doing?
oh, I'm sorry. I play League of Legends.
Did you finish your research for iCore project?
Not yet.
Then how are you going to do?
Why don't you let me know?
Okay, so I will tell you briefly about it, so listen carefully.
Okay.
Let's begin with marketing. Samsung's potential customers are Generation Z and their current customers are millennials. We have looked at the customer journey of 12 millennials who are Samsung's main target customers. As a result of the interview, there are very minor differences in journeys for each person, making it possible to generalize into a single journey. The customer journey of TV is cognition, exploring product online, visiting a flash store, selecting product, and lastly comparing price and selecting where to buy. During the process of the journey, consumers presented common pain points such as it's hard to get accurate information online and even in offline. Three marketing tactics are proposed to address consumers' pain points and provide a more positive buying experience. First, to solve the pain point that it is difficult to compare products online, we would like to open a tab on the website that compares multiple products at once on the same basis. Second, we want to redesign the website to let people know the meaning of words right away when they drag words to solve a pain point that customers must look for difficult TV terms online one by one. In addition, a video description of the product is displayed as a link next to the product description box to help consumers get more vivid information. Finally, we would like to present a table of inventory and models of Xpevision products by offline store to solve the pain point that there is no way to know which offline store has the product that is displayed in online. We evaluated Samsung's current tactics through triple media. In the case of on the media, analysis of street channels YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook showed that they were operating well. However, there was an inconvenience for consumers to collect only TV-related information given that there were no TV-only accounts other than Instagram. In the case of earned media, we focus on power bloggers and influencer-free advertising, which is still marketed well enough. Finally, in paid media, we focus on PPL and influencer-paid advertising, and overall, it was operating very well. However, Samsung's social and public image was less prominent in advertising than in the past. Therefore, based on this evaluation, we present a triple media tactics focused on Samsung's current and potential MZ generations. Old media tactics include creating a TV-only account and expanding parody advertising videos favored by the MZ. Old media is still operating well enough, but we suggested regular review events to produce greater marketing effects than now. In paid media, we suggested to proceed with advertising in a way that would appeal more socially public actions such as eco package. To sum up our proposed tactics, it is a virtuous circulation. This is because through each media tactics, new customers are introduced and existing customers are lagging, which will help Samsung secure many customers with constant circular structure. In addition, the new AR and VR technology and the emerging channel live commerce have also been presented in line with the MZ. AR VR technology can be utilized by providing AR TV placement services to serve the millennials' pain point. Live commerce is necessary to proceed when judging the current situation with MZ. Therefore, our group believes that it should be carried out as a long-term tactic and that it should be continued to promote before proceeding through triple media to secure many potential customers. As mentioned earlier, Samsung is targeting millennials. As can be seen from the following positioning map, Samsung has an advantage in making products that are suitable for the MZ compared to LG and Sony. Therefore, taking advantage of these strengths, adding a product that can enhance the lifestyle of the MZ will be able to target them much better. So, what do they like? Analysis showed that they enjoy games. Samsung also knows the potential of gaming TV and implements it through Neo QLED. However, the specifications of the gaming Neo QLED are not diverse. Therefore, we propose to expand the spectrum from high-end to low-end products on gaming TV lines. In addition, selling game devices such as VR or Nintendo Switch to attract more customers, which can make this game more enjoyable for cross-line tactics.
This is finance part. First, in order to obtain the debt ratio of question 1a, we looked at the following data based on the end of the fourth quarter of 2020 from Bloomberg. For a more accurate calculation, the debt ratio that takes into account only interest-bearing debts was founded and applied. Similarly, to find 1b's cost of equity, we obtain RF at the end of 2020, a daily market premium average of 1 year, and beta from Bloomberg. We use adjusted beta to do the same as in practice. Samsung Electronics credit rating is AA- based on S&P, and the investment project is a 5-year period, so AA- corporate bonds with a 5-year maturity at Kaufia bond were used to obtain a cost of debt. Finally, cost of capital is like this. Samsung Electronics announced that it would stop shipping Galaxy Note in the future, so we analyzed the investment by replacing Galaxy Note in question 2 with the Galaxy S series in the same context as a not foldable smartphone. After organizing the data, we solved question 2 through 3 stages. First, we decided that it would be most appropriate to find the percentage through the net working capital turnover, as shown by this slide. In analyzing the number of products, we did the second line process of this slide to find percentage of foldable phones. We then compute the quantity by multiplying the percentage by the yearly smartphone demand forecast received from the operation management. The price was calculated on Samsung Electronics' official website, and the expense was calculated through financial information over the past 5 years. Finally, we find cash flow such as this slide. This slide does not include cash flows in 10,000 billion case because all processes are the same except that depreciation costs are different, and the reports have already stated 10,000 billion case. The NPV and IRR of the two investments are stated this slide. In both cases, NPV was negative, so they are considered bad projects. Then can these projects be considered good project by changing the capital structure? When implementing the first investment, if the capital structure is established beyond the debt amount and debt ratio shown in this slide, the cost of capital would be below the IRR of the investment, and this investment would be a good investment. However, IRR of the second investment is negative. Therefore, no matter how much Samsung Electronics change its capital structure, this investment cannot be a good investment. Thank you.
Now I will talk about operation management part. Although the three questions seem to be unrelated, we can point out one big argument which can be concluded to problem solving to problem preventing. We analyzed three questions and distinguished what Samsung Electronics' problem is and why preventing the problem is important instead of solving it. In question number 1, both Samsung and Apple have good environmental strategies. Samsung is increasing the usage of sustainable raw material, and Apple tries to reduce carbon and utilize RE100 program. However, when customers have problem with their smartphone, Samsung Electronics provide AES system while Apple just replace to new products. In terms of environment, it can be seen as Samsung tries to reduce waste. However, we can infer that Apple is confident enough to manufacture its product with low defect. In question number 2, because of imbalance in semiconductor supply due to COVID-19 and advances in technology which require more semiconductor, world is suffering from global semiconductor shortage. Therefore, Samsung tries to increase its production capacity by building more factories, investing R&D for process management, and increase M&A. Moreover, as we had demand forecast and planned for production capacity in our copy, which is page number 28 to 31 with exhibits, Samsung Electronics IM division seems to have competitive advantage. However, we analyzed Samsung's yield in semiconductor falls behind TSMC, meaning Samsung has more defects. In question number 3, Samsung had faulty battery problem and Samsung responded well in terms of quality management. Samsung compensated well to its customers, tried to strengthen its outsourcing control, and put more efforts in its process management. As a world-leading company, Samsung is doing good in QMS. But in process management and R&D, reaching zero defect is still necessary. With zero defect, Samsung can manage its cost of quality and be competitive in the future. As a result, like pharmaceutical industry that we mentioned, Samsung should pursue problem preventing, not just trying to solve problems after they happen.
From now on, I will present about strategic management. The key point of strategic management is to analyze and evaluate Samsung Electronics' overall strategy and status, and then suggest strategies for Samsung's future development. I will explain Samsung Electronics' current strategy by dividing it into active investment, choice and concentration, sustainable management, targeting global market, and conclusion. First, active investment. Samsung is actively investing in R&D, facility investment, and M&A in order to be competitive in global markets. They have the highest level of technology in IM, CE, and DS sectors based on the active R&D investments compared to the competitors Apple and TSMC. They are also striving to be competitive in the foundry by spending 38.5 trillion won on facility investments last year. Samsung Electronics also actively acquires high-growth businesses and boldly sells unprofitable businesses through active M&A. Second, sustainable management. Samsung is trying hard on not only in technological development but also in sustainable management. As consumers' attention to ESG management increase, Samsung tried to reduce carbon emissions during the manufacturing process and recycle wasted resources. They are also concerned about the social sector in various ways, including prosperity with the community when setting up factories and not using minerals from disputed areas. In addition, Samsung is trying to enter the global market through active marketing to overcome the shortcomings of the narrow domestic market. As a result of Samsung's effort, their sales and operating profit rose 18.2% and 45.4% in the first quarter of this year compared to the same period last year. We think the most important value for Samsung Electronics' future development is semiconductor. In Samsung Electronics sales and operating profit, the share of semiconductor is increasing from 30% in 2014 to 43% in 2020, and the development of the semiconductor industry could have the positive impact on both Samsung's other major businesses, IM and CE. Samsung Electronics is still taking a good strategy, but there are two main strategies for greater development proposed by Team 12. The first is technological advancement through active investment in the foundry. Although Samsung still has a high level of technology, it has a lower yield than its competitor TSMC. If this is improved through active investment, profitability could increase significantly. Also, if it develops logic chip technology that is higher than its competitors, Samsung will be able to bring contracts with large companies such as Apple, AMD, and Nvidia, which mainly have contracts with TSMC currently. Second is active investment in non-memory semiconductors such as logic chip. We think it is really important to invest not only in memory semiconductor but also in non-memory semiconductor for the future growth. In the first quarter of this year, if large M&A is made up of non-memory semiconductors within 3 years, it will be able to have a high future competitiveness. As the growth rate and importance of the logic chip market grow, the acquisition of NXP, the number one automotive logic chip industry, could have a positive impact on Samsung Electronics' future.
So, did you understand?
Yes. Thank you.
Then, let's go.
Okay.